Hello everyone, I'm Mohammad Khalid and welcome to my YouTube channel, Physic-so-Mathematica, Techno-Computa. So in this video, I'm going to explain you the CodeChef contest questions. So let me go to the question. I'm explaining the question which was held on 29th of Jan, and the name of the contest was Lunchtime. So here goes the first question: Chef and Lockout Draws, and the problem code is LockDraw. So the question goes in this way: Bob and Alice are having lockout match between them, which means some sort of match they're having. There is competition between Bob and Alice, and there are three problems in the contest worth A, B, and C points respectively, which means in a competition there are three questions, and the value of first question is A, second question is B, and third question is C. And it says only the first player to solve a problem gets point for that problem, which means the player who solves the question first as earliest as possible, he gets the points. And even if the second person who solves, if he completely solves the problem, he don't get a point because he should have been solved first. So and the case arises like if both of them solve together. So in this question they have given it is impossible for Bob and Alice to solve a problem at the same time, which means they have given the ideal case like both of them cannot be solved together. And Jeff wants to know if there is any chance to draw if Bob and Alice manages to solve all three problems. And they have given a draw occurs when both players end with equal number of points. It is obvious. If both players have equal number of points, that means a draw occurs. And Jeff, in this question, they wants to know if there is any draw or no. So they have given the input format. First line will contain T number of test cases, then the test cases follow, which means input first line should have some number, random number. How many test case you want to do and all. And each test case of single line of input, three space separated integers you may see. Which means after the test case line, there should have three separate integers, and which means it's the value of three questions. And the output format is like this: for each test case, output yes if the match can end in a draw and no otherwise. Which means if a match is in a draw condition, then we have to print yes. If not, then we should print no. So they have given you may print each character of the string in uppercase or lowercase, for example, yes. Which means they have given some pattern. If you can print yes in this way, and so on. And they have given some constraints like for test cases. Test case minimum value should be 1 and maximum value should be 1000, and for the points A, B, and C, minimum value is 1 and maximum value is 1 million, which is 10 lakhs. And subtask they have given for 100 points, that should follow the original constraints. They should follow, and they have given some sample inputs, and they have given three test cases, means they're trying to test three cases. And for that first test case, the input values are 2, 5, and 2 respectively, which means A value is 2, B value is 5, and C value is 2. Since there are three test cases, so three inputs are there: 1, 2, and 3. And they have given sample outputs: no, yes, no. For the first case, there is no draw, so we have to print no. For the second case, there is draw, so we have to print yes. For the third case, no. And they have given some explanation for this particular test case. In the first and third case, it is impossible for Bob and Alice to solve the problem, so that they have the same number of points at the end, which means the Bob and Alice cannot have the same number of points at the end of the this contest. Their contest. In the second case, it is possible for Bob to solve first problem and Alice to solve last two problems, which means it is saying if Bob solves first problem, he gets 4 points since the worth of that problem is 4, and if Alice solves last two problems, he also get 2 plus 2, which is 4 points, which means Bob and Alice both has got a 4 points. So the match ends in a draw. In reverse way also it can be like Alice, if he solves the first problem, he'll get a 4 points, and if Bob solves last two problems, he'll get 2 points, and if you sum up, he'll get 4 points. So in this way it goes. So overall, sum up in this question, we came to know that there are three questions in a contest, and there are two players, Bob and Alice, and the value of each question is ABC respectively, and we'll be inputting from our side. and we have to find if there is any draw between Bob and Alice, and they have given one more constraint that both cannot solve at a time the same problem. So now our main idea is, if Bob solves all the question first, A, B and C, so his point will be A plus B plus C, which means Bob has got a point A plus B plus C, whereas Alice has got a point 0. So since there is a difference in point, which means Bob has got more point and Alice less, so there is no draw. Suppose Alice solves all the problem, then he will get all the points and Bob will get 0. So there is no draw, because Alice has got A plus B plus C points and Bob has got 0 point. Now let us assume the case that if Bob solves one problem and Alice solves two problem. Let us assume Bob solves first problem and Alice solves last two problems. If in a case Bob has got I mean the worth of the first question is more than the sum of these two questions, then in that case Bob will be getting more points and Alice will be getting less points. So again there is no draw. So same thing is explained here. See, let us assume Bob has solved first problem, so he has got 2 points, and Alice has solved last two problems, so he has got 5 plus 2, which is 7 points. So which means 7 is greater than 2. I mean the points what Bob and Alice has scored are not equal, so there is no draw. So we have printed as no. We should not only check in this way, we have to check in multiple ways. Like let us assume first and second question is now solved by Bob. First we had assumed only the first question is solved by Bob. Now let us assume the first two questions are solved by Bob. So even if Bob solves first two questions, he will get 0.7 and Alice will get 0.2, which means the points scored by both the players are not equal. So match ends in no draw. So we have print as no. And let us assume now Bob has solved first question and third question. Okay, so even if he solve first and third, he will get 2 plus 2, 4 points. And Alice, if he solve second question, so he will get 5 points. So the points scored by both the players are not equal. So hence it results in no draw condition. And now let's assume the Bob solves second and third question. So even if he solves second and third question, he will get 7 points and Alice will get 2 points. So since the scores are not equal, so it results in no draw condition. So in this way we have to check. And for the second case, if Bob solves the first question and Alice solves last two questions, so Bob has got 4 points and Alice has got 4 points. Okay, so if the points scored by both the players are equal, so it results in draw condition. And if you check in another way, if Bob solves first two questions and Alice solved only third question, so it results in unequal points. So there will be no. But for the given number of points for the particular question, if in case any case arises that their points are equal at the end, so in that case we print yes. So we don't consider the case of Bob, which he scored for if he solved for first and second question and he has got 6 points, and if Alice solved third question he has got 2 points. We don't consider this case, since the case what we are, I mean first case we are getting, like if Bob or Alice solves first question and vice versa person solves last two questions, he'll get 4 points, and first one has also got 4 points. So it results in a draw match, so we'll print yes. In the third case, even if you do any permutation and combination and check the points will be unequal, so we print no. So in this way we have to write the code. So let me write the code now. So for writing the code, I'll be writing in C language. So first line should include the test cases, number of test cases. So I'll be writing in T and I'll be taking the value of T. Okay, ampersand T. Now I'll run a while loop. The reason why I'm running is for test cases. 3 times you should run. Like the sample input was 3, so 3 times it should run. If put the value of test case as 4, so loop should run 4 times. That is the reason I'm putting while loop. And t minus minus what I'm putting is if value, suppose t value is 3. So since t value has got 3, the value in C language in test conditions, all the values apart from 0 is treated as true. So 3 means it will be treated as true and it will go inside loop. In the second case, t has got a value 2, so again it will enter into the loop. And in the third case, t has got a value 1, so it is treated as true, it will enter into the loop. And in the fourth case, t has got a value 0, so in that case 0 means it is false, it will come out of the loop and execute the outer loop instructions. So I think you are clear with this while loop. Now we have to take the value of ABC. So A, B, C I have taken, and let me write 3 format specifiers, and let me initialize ABC as integer variables. Now we have got a value of ABC. I mean, we have taking the value from the user, the value of ABC. Now we should check the conditions whether this ABC value results in a draw or no. So if I'll check A plus B is equals to C. The reason why I'm writing this is, see, if any person solves all the 3 questions, then that person will win definitely, and there is no the case of draw. And suppose if any person solves no question, which means it is a first case only, like if one person solves all the question, the other person will be solving 0 question first. So in that case there is no arrival of draw case. Now the second case is if one person solves 1 question or 2 question, and if second person solves 2 question or 1 question, then only the draw cases can arise. Okay, that is the reason I'm taking if A plus B, like let's assume first person has solved 2 questions and third person has solved last question. So if the first person what he has solved, if the value of both the questions is equal to the value of the third question, then we can say there is a draw case, or we'll put, or if first person solves first question and third question if he suppose solves, and which is equal to the question solved by second person, so in that case also draw case may arise. So that is the reason I'm putting or A plus C is equal to B. And one more case, last case arises is if first or second person solve the second question and third question, and which is equals to the first question, then also the draw case arises. So in this case I'll be printing as yes, and else if these conditions are not met, then I'll be printing as no. So let me take the input what they have given in question, sample inputs, and let me try to run. So I'll be pasting your inputs and then let me run the code. See, you can see output. For the first case it's no, for the second case it is yes, and third case it is no. So same as given sample outputs. So in this way the first question is solved. So thank you guys for watching.